Let me share a bit of my story with you. I met my wife, Grace, March 12, 1988. We were 17 years of age in high school. And she gave me this Bible. This was my first Bible. It's got a new cover because I wore the first one out. I went off to State University, fall of 1989. Okay, class of 89. All right, okay. Okay. It was 89. We were rocking like docking. It was good times back then. And I went off to college at a state university. And all the classes that I took had very negative things to say about Christ, Christianity, and the Bible. Go to the anthropology class, it's ruined civilizations. Go into the philosophy class, it's oppressed ideologies. Go into the gender studies class, it's very binary. And they had negative things to say. And then eventually, a lot of my teachers were talking very negatively about a guy named Paul. I didn't know. And then in the philosophy class, they started talking about Paul as well. So I thought, I got to figure out who this guy Paul is. So I go back to my dorm, and I didn't know the Bible. So I got this Bible, and I'm looking for the book of Paul. Hey, Grace, did I get the whole Bible? I can't find Paul. I didn't know that there wasn't a book called Paul. There was a guy named Paul who wrote books. So then I found out that Paul wrote books. So I'm looking for books written by Paul because everybody's trashing him in all of my university classes. And the first book I found was Romans. And it's not because he wrote it first, but they place it first among his letters because it's in the prominent, preeminent position. So I'll never forget, it was the fall of 1989. I didn't have a crisis or an emergency. I wasn't a drug addict. I didn't murder my mother. I wasn't, smuggling heroin for the cartel. We always put people up who have the craziest testimonies. I was just a happy pagan, 19 years of age. That's it. No heroin, no dead body, nothing, just me. So I sit down on my dorm, and I literally open this Bible to Romans chapter 1, just to see what it says. Wasn't expecting anything. And I read Romans 1:6. You are called to belong to Jesus Christ. My whole life changed. One verse from Romans. God flipped a switch in my soul that I don't fully understand. All of a sudden, I changed. It was supernatural. If you're a Christian, you know what this is. You know what this experience like. Also, I read it, and literally, I just read, you're called to belong to Jesus Christ. Okay, I belong to Jesus now. Literally. I literally stood up from my dorm bed. Okay, I belong to Jesus now. My life is no longer my own. So I had to find a church, found a good church that preached through books of the Bible, and that's one of the reasons I love doing so to this day. So I'm in the church, and they say, hey, you got to sign up for the men's retreat. I was like, why are they retreating? I thought they were men. We advance. We advance. Why do we have a reverse gear for men? I don't understand. Okay, I'll go to the retreat. So I sign up for the retreat, and I go to the retreat, and they, we're singing songs and a lot of beards and Bibles, and it was good. And so then the pastor's like, all right, you guys need to go meet with God. I was like, all right, where is he? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm 19. I went to public school. I don't know what I'm doing. And so he's like, no, you got to go talk to God. I was like, don't know the number, not sure the hours. And he's like, no, just go talk to him. I said, well, how does that work? He's like, just go talk to him. So I got in the woods. I'm like, God, it's Mark. I mean, you probably know that, but, I'm kind of new. Yeah, I'm new. I just said, Jesus, you're the Lord. Tell me what to do and I'll do it. And he spoke to me audibly. He said, Mary Grace, yes. Preach the Bible. I was like, I better read it. Train men, which is my heart. And I'll see you guys on Wednesday night. Okay, see you guys on Wednesday night. And plant churches. So then, Grace and I got married. And I've been preaching the Bible for about 30 years. And then we planted a church before we had kids. And God said, plant churches. We planted churches out of that. And then I never thought of it until recently. The Trinity Church is the fulfillment of that prophecy because God said, plant churches. We planted one. This is the second church we planted. This is the fulfillment of the prophecy that God spoke over my life at 19. That's why we're here. God's been very gracious. So then I became a pastor and started preaching books of the Bible. And I thought, I'm going to preach Romans because I got saved reading Romans. I love Romans. And so I started preaching Romans in 1998. And I stopped because it was killing me. I was not ready. Imagine a kid who's in his 20s saying, I'm going to hike Everest. And he shows up in flip-flops with a Slurpee. You're like, bro, you're not ready for this. You need a little more preparation. So I started preaching Romans and I got partway into it. I'm like, I can't do this. I'm not ready. So literally since my dorm bed in 1989, I've been waiting 30 years to preach this book of the Bible. I tried it in 1998 and just gave up. So pray for me. I hope to make it to the end. But here's what I'm telling you. God has, thank you. God has given me this burden for 30 years. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited, okay? And if I'm yelling, it's because I'm really excited. I'm not angry. I'm really, really, really excited. I want you to be really excited. I want you to be more excited than Democrats and Republicans. I want you to be more excited than Saints fans and Patriots fans. I want you to be more excited than people with masks and people without masks. I just want you to be excited about the Bible. That's where I'm at. Thanks for joining me. My name is Pastor Mark. I've been teaching the Bible for more than 3 decades and head on constant collisions with woke culture. And I would love to get you more Bible teaching. 2 things you can do. Go ahead and watch the sermon in total and also subscribe to the channel. And I'll just keep sending you Bible teaching and we'll have a lot more fun together.